The Piano Lesson is a story that centers on a brother and sister's disagreement on what to do with a family heirloom. Underneath the surface is a story about ancestry, legacy, and how the decisions that our ancestors made affect the lives we live today. When I first read The Piano Lesson, I was in a place in my life where I was digitizing a bunch of family photos, and I was looking at the faces of my ancestors and thinking about the lives that they lived and the connection to my own. So when I actually read the text itself, it really that element spoke to me in a way that forced me to engage in the material in a meaningful way. So it wasn't like I came to the piano lesson kind of came to me and forced me to engage with these bigger ideas and these concepts that were just happening in my life at that time. There's a great actor by the name of Samuel L. Jackson who
may have heard it.
who came to the piano lesson as early as anybody, originating the role in 1987, and he blessed our movie as well, and he's in our project. So Samuel L. Jackson and John David Washington came to it first.
Well, I got involved with the play first, and it was my mission to be able to take on, I thought was going to be ended up being one of the greatest challenges of my career. And I felt like if I can do this, if I don't fail, then I think I deserve to act, and do it like for a long time. So it was really about the play for me first. And then when I found out that he was directing the movie, I got very excited, and of course I was on board after that. The physical demand, the words, the spherical way August Wilson writes, and how layered the characters are, the family dynamic, the universal themes in it. He's saying one thing but meaning another. There's a target he's aiming at, but he's looking the other way. I love characters that are like that are contradictory. I like stories that are about family, and how dynamic and complicated love is. Everybody has a different love language, so there were so many different themes and parallels to my life that I needed to work out cathartically, and I think through this character I was able to do that, and with this group of people.
I was offered a conversation with a brilliant man named Malcolm, and we talked endlessly about stuff around the play, not necessarily even digging into the play. We found we had like minds, and I'll do whatever he asks nowadays. But yeah, I've always grown up around August Wilson's works, reading them, participating in the readings, seeing the productions from Atlanta. Kenny Leon has done them with his True Colors Theater production a lot, from his theater production company to the Alliance Theater. These works have just been a part of my bones and my DNA, and the people who have been a part of them have been a part of my bones and DNA and my rearing. And so when you get the opportunity to do them, and you do them with people who you love and respect.
I came to it, I did the play with both Ray and JD, and also because I'd done the Ma Rainey film prior to that, and I had worked with their father on a Eugene O'Neill piece. So that kind of led to, me being asked to do this. They were nice enough to ask me.
I participated in the Broadway run of The Piano Lesson, the revival directed by LaTanya Richardson Jackson. So a big shout out to her for helping to assemble all of us in some way here. It definitely laid the groundwork for us being able to put on screen what folks were able to witness on stage. And it's been a blessing getting to know the piece. This is my first August Wilson, really anything. And it's been a blessing to get to know the material, but also to get to know the material of the people that you have grown to love and call family.
I've known August Wilson's work and grew up on it. Just been sort of salivating over an opportunity to work on an August Wilson piece, and they were doing Piano Lesson, and a couple blocks down the street we were doing Top Dog on Broadway at the same time. And I've known Malcolm for a long time, but also he came to see the show, and I think it wasn't until after we closed we had a conversation about it, and he asked me to come on board as Reverend Avery, and I was honored. I was like, yeah, I was just like, there's no, when you believe in somebody's vision and you believe in their talent and potential, there's no sort of back and forth about it. I was just like, whatever you need, man, I'm there. And I truly believe that. And I believe he assembled an incredible team, not just the people you see here, but also creatively on the other side of the camera. And we're fortunate to be able to bring this piece to the world and add to the canon.
When I started working on this project, one of the mandates that I set for myself was I wanted to make a film that I could see myself in and that could appeal to somebody like me. And I think Mr. Wilson's work has stood the test of time, and I wanted to hold it to that standard, right? So I wanted to make a work that was accessible to audiences, accessible to young people, and so that they could see themselves in the story, see their mothers, their grandmothers, their great grandmothers on the screen, and know that they are connected to this much larger, powerful lineage.
I would love for the effect to be the reclamation of one's heritage and of their legacy and of their story. Hopefully this inspires folks to talk about their family histories amongst themselves so they can form some sort of clarity, get some sort of cohesive story about where they are, where they came from, and where they may be going. I think in a time like now where there is so much confusion and so much chaos in the world in a lot of different avenues, I think it's extremely important that we check in with one another, especially those that are closest to us.
I think within that is loving confrontation. If you do not confront, then you will not know, right? There's this battle between a brother and sister that is happening in the film, but you have to come to an understanding by addressing. If they did not at all, then what would become of it, right? So trying to find a loving engagement with each other is critical for just our longevity of family and culture and global life. Yeah.